But this Zoom will end in 7 minutes. Okay. So communication aids and strategies using tools of technology. So what is communication aid? Can you help me read that, Emil?
Communication aid. It is anything that helps an individual to communicate effectively, to be understood fully by the listeners or by the audience. Are also visual support used to make presentation more interesting and effective.
Okay. So self-explanatory, these are anything that helps you as an individual, students, or group of people to communicate effectively. Okay, to be able to be understood rather fully by listeners or by the audience. No, it would um support their topic, what they are talking about, whether it be when they are giving speech. So there's also communication aid. No, sabi nga dito, there are also visual support. Okay, used to make presentation more interesting and effective. And so there are different kinds of communication aid. Okay, we have here, what do you call this one? Text message, right? These are technology based. Una muna, now we're going to be discussing technology based. We have the text message. We also have the use of social media. No, of course, you know that Facebook, Twitter. Who doesn't have social media? Do we have Shenziwen in class? Anyone who have Shenziwen as their group member? Is it the correct class even?
Yes, correct, class.
So which group? No,
Group 8.
Group 8. So did he participate? Is he around? Shinziwon? Hindi. He's not around. Did he join? Did he participate? Did he contributed something? Group 8? Oh, Group 8, where are you?
Hello, mom.
Oh, Shinziwon is here. Hello. Okay, so did you help?
We are not finished yet.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, not finished. All right. So at least you're here. So you don't, going back to the discussion, do you use social media? Not when you're here in the Philippines?
What?
Do you use social media?
Social media?
Facebook.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay. So see, even if you are from China,
Yes.
okay. So even if you're from China, you still use social media. See, so everyone uses social media. Thank you. Ayan. So that's social media. Okay. And then we also have video conferencing. Okay, video conferencing or video conference. No, it is what is it? This is a live visual connection between two or more people. You know what we are doing right now. This is a video conference, via Zoom, or some people do it via Google Meet. So that's it. Very easy, diba? Basic concepts. We have email. Email is a message distributed by elect um distributed by electronic. Okay, that's why it's called electronic mail, right? So we have next video presentation. So when we speak of video presentation, these are basically or typically a video segregated as slides. No, percent, percent, percent. Okay, next slide, next slide, next slide. But it's you're there talking. Okay, so that's video presentation. PowerPoint. PowerPoint naman, this is, of course, everyone is familiar with PowerPoint, no? Who among you have not ever used or haven't tried using PowerPoint? Okay, I remember back in the days, I always thought I hated, or not hated, but I'm not so good at you using or making PowerPoints. It's the least activity that I like back in the days. It's like you can, in a group activity, you can let me talk, but someone would do the PowerPoint because I hate doing it, you know. But now, since I am a teacher, I am teaching you, so I'm using a communication aid, you know, to make my lecture more interesting. Because can you imagine if I'm just here talking to you without PowerPoint? So it's going to be really, really boring, no? So that's the whole idea with this communication aid, right? So before we move on, let's open a new Zoom because it will be ending. Okay. Kailangan po ipasa sa Canvas yung video. Yes, kailangan. Right? You still need to pass the video in Canvas. Please tell me if you cannot submit because you've submitted prior, yung script maybe, no? Then I will put it manually. Okay? I will add a tab to your group manually. Okay, let's open new Zoom. See you in a while. PowerPoint. So yeah, you already know how to use that, right? And this is not just used in academic or in school, but also in business presentations. So common communication aids examples, nabanggit na natin, we have discussed PowerPoint. We also have Prezi. Who among you are also using Prezi? Who have tried using Prezi? Not yet? No one? Okay, this is also an interesting um application. No, aid, communication aid. We can call it communication aid. It's like PowerPoint but moving, no? Moving yung slides talagang mas mas 3D. No, it's like yeah, it says here. It's a visual storytelling software which is an alternative to the traditional slide-based presentation. So, it's not just yung traditional na slide, next slide, next slide, but there's really like moving. It's really moving pictures, so it's really good. No, we have link in slide share. Okay, you can just read the definition because I believe it's pretty much self-explanatory, no? And if you want to try them, you can try them, to see for yourself how they are used. I am not a user of Brainshark. I haven't tried using it yet, but yeah, it provides a web-based application and products, so and so. We have TED.com. Yeah, TED.com. It's an American media organization that posts talks online for free distribution under the slogan ideas worth spreading. I'm a fan of TED Talks actually, so it's really good. It's a really good platform also. Okay. Now, speaking of PowerPoint, here are some quick reminders, no, on how to effectively use PowerPoint. Some of you knows this already, but if not, since you are first year students, if you've been using PowerPoint before, then you probably know this guidelines already. But if not, if you're not aware, then at least it's good to know. Then you can start applying it when you have your reports, presentations in other subjects. So we have here the 10-20 rule, 10 slides, 20 minutes, 10 slides per 10, sorry, 10 slides every 20 minutes and 30 font size. Okay, you also have the 166 rule, one main idea, 6 bullets, and then 6 words only per bullet. You can see here. Okay, we have 7-7 rule, 7 lines, 7 words. Okay. And the 9 piece is the prior proper preparation prevents poor performance of the person putting on the presentation. I like that 9 piece. You have to memorize that. It might be in your exam. So what is 9 Ps? Okay. Prior proper preparation prevents poor performance of the person putting on the presentation. You have to remember that every time you have to present. Preparation is key. Okay. All right. Okay, so before we proceed to multimodal text, we will be watching a video. Do we have time for that? I hope so. We will be watching a video. Speaking of presentation, so hold on. Please wait for a moment as I look for it. This is one of the things that you should not do. Not coming prepared, like, okay, you have to look for it. You know, so one of the things you shouldn't do. Okay, but I have accidentally closed that video because I thought it was for the next module. Where could it be? There. Okay. So you have to watch this and you have to list down the things that the speaker or the presenter did, which is an example of a bad presentation. What are the things that he did? She did, it's a girl, she did, which is a big no-no when it comes to presenting. Okay. All right. Write it down and this will be part of your assignment. Okay. Can you all see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po.
How's the
True,
size?
ma'am.
Ma'am, sakto lang po.
I want to try it there. Okay. Okay. What about the sound?
Ma'am, marinig din po.
Okay.
We have a very special guest today. We have Dr. Fisher Katz from MIT, who does nanoelectronics research. And she's agreed just to give you guys a little bit of a flavor about her research. So will you please very warmly help me welcome Dr. Lorraine Fisher Katz.
So I'm here to talk to you today about a very important topic that affects all of us. Nanoelectronics research initiatives in the CMOS. Oh, wait. So this is not the right. Sorry, I'm very sorry. This really never happened. So let me. I thought we went. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. This just really never happened. So let me just. All right, here we go. I like the applause. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you today about nanoelectronics research initiatives beyond the CMOS area, and there are a number of people that we wanted to make sure that we acknowledged here. Thanks. Okay. So we wanted to really give them credit. Thank you. All right, so let's just jump right in. So CMOS is an optimal electronic switching device. It's shown by the following equations for minimum energy per bit based on switching time and gate density. So this is basically a reiteration of Landauer's principle, which you should know is any logical irreversible manipulation of information, such as the erasure of a bit or merging of two computational paths, must be accompanied by corresponding entropy increase in non-information bearing degrees of freedom. No? Okay. So you guys with me? Good? Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Can you please explain what MOSFET stands for?
Are you serious? I'm sorry. Okay, so if you don't know what that is, you probably shouldn't be here, but we can talk about it afterwards. So if anybody has that confusion, we can really talk about that later, but I really don't want to take the time to get into those kind of basics right now, okay? All right, thanks. Because otherwise we won't really get through. Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty here. As MOSFETs suffer from very fundamental and unavoidable limitations. At room temperature, the subthreshold swing in a MOSFET is limited to 60 millivolts per dec. And even if these other solutions are successfully implemented, the resultant device still functions based on the same physics. Okay, so basically I think you get the gist of this, and we will move on. Phone here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so consumer demand, right? Consumer demand. If we do not figure out how to overcome these limitations, how are we going to get our devices smaller, better, to make the next... Oh, wait, I'm not going to believe this. Sorry. Sorry, it's important. Good. All right, date tonight. All right, moving on. This one might be above your head, so we're just going to switch this. All right, so let's get into the solutions. We've identified the problem, right? We've identified the problem with existing technologies and understand how emerging technologies and nano devices need to fill that void. Let's look at some of the solutions that are coming down the pipeline. I'm really pleased how this particular graph came out because we've got lots of information that I can fit into one. So we've got switching time here. This is size, switching time, and cost. Keep in mind these are all on a log scale and energy densities, so that's how these are represented. So color is representing energy density. So the solution, we've got quantum solutions, we have plastics, biologically inspired, and molecular. Can you all see that? All right. Good. So, that's pretty much summarizes where we are with emerging technologies and summarizes where the limitations and I guess that's pretty much it. All right, thanks. Carolyn, do you have a check?
Yeah, we'll send it in the mail to you, okay? Let's thank Dr. Fisher-Cat very much.
Thank you
for
very
coming
much.
over. Thank you.
So it's in the mail, right?
In the mail, the check is in the mail.
Wasn't that a great research presentation? I would now like to introduce to you Lorraine Roselight, who is actually an actress on the side. And she came here to impersonate Dr.
Lorraine Fisher-Katz in order to do a spoof about some of the most egregious research presentations that we have all seen in our lives. You are
right.
brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're good sport. You're good sport.
All right. So yeah, that's a short video on that was short, no? That's a video on some presentation. It's like an example of a really bad research presentation. And I hope you took some notes, no, as to how or in what did she do with this presentation? What are the bad examples, no, of what she have just shown? Okay. Yeah. You can give at least one or two later, please. Tomorrow it will be posted. I will post it tonight, but of course you can work on it tomorrow. No? So yeah, let's go to part 2. We still have part 2 of our discussion. Actually, we're not yet done. Okay, part 2. is a multimodal text. Now, this will be related, in relation to your final project. Okay, because you are to create a multimodal advocacy campaign. Okay. So going back to our discussion, I hope you're still there and listening. Okay, what is now a multimodal text? We have discussed this during midterms, right? We have touched this multimodal text, evaluating multimodal text. No, so this will just be a recall of the definition. Plus, I'll be giving some more information, some more concepts to that. I will be adding. What is a multimodal text? A text may be defined as multimodal when it combines, remember, two or more communication systems. Okay, please remember that two or more. If there's a combination of two or more communication systems, that is now a multimodal text. What do we mean by that? As compared to, let's say, textbook, diba? If we have a textbook that is pure text, no, only text, no pictures, you call that single modal. Okay, but if it has pictures already, it has the color in it, then that is now combination of picture, the visual, and text, and that is now a multimodal text. Okay, as simple as that. Yeah. So why do we need multimodal text? We need it in order to what? Improve, no? Please take down notes. Improve comprehension because we tend to learn in different modes. Okay, we need it to improve our comprehension because we tend to learn in different modes. Why is that so? Because each of us has different learning styles. Just like me, I learn easily if I see things, if I see visuals, pictures. So I learned it very fast and easily if I see that. If I only read text, all text, then it's so hard for me to remember the concept, okay, and to easily grasp the meaning of what I'm reading. So that is now why we need multimodal text, okay? So another also is to increase motivation. As what I've said earlier, that's what I am doing right now. I'm adding PowerPoint besides me talking, right? Back in the days, diba, back in the old days, for sure, our um method of teaching, no, because there's no technology yet. Is only like the teacher is talking, no? Talking lang and writing in the board. So that's a very traditional way. Now we have all this technology that we can use. That's why it became a multimodal text, no? Multimodal text has emerged. Now we have types of multimodal text. We have linguistic, visual, audio, um, gestural, and spatial. I don't have the meaning here. So you have in the PowerPoint rather. So you have to write down, no? Linguistic, this is now we have examples like books, newscasts, broadcasts, letter, ebooks, no, email, text messages. What is it now? Blogging have blogging and not vlogging. Vlogging is different. So blogging is also different from vlogging. So pag sabing blogging, it's just yung website and you read. So there you go, nasabi ko na. Linguistic is more on reading, no? You read, no? That's why books, newscasts, broadcasts, letter, no, newspaper rather. Newspaper, broadcast, letter, ebook, emails, yan. Okay. That's a linguistic multimodal text. We have next is visual. Okay. Visual is example. Of course, we have now the film, movies, posters, especially yung may pictures, okay? Yung may mga pictures. So with pictures, that's now the visual. audio. Okay. It doesn't mean all music. It can also be the volume or pitch, diba? So audio, sound, volume, pitch. Gestural, okay? Also with I think with sorry, gestures, right? And spatial, ito na yung how brochures are folded. No? Yung style. No? There is something in this style that also increases the motivation, no? The comprehension, right? Spatial, how navigation and all these things. Okay. We have now what do you call this one? From previous examples, we can say that multimodal text is not always dependent on technology. Okay. It can be digital. So we have here digital. Example, slide presentation, ebooks, blogs, e-posters, web pages, film and video games. But it can also be live. Okay. It can also be live. It's not just what you see on the digital world. For example, a performance in an event, okay? And this is a new word here. Sorry. This is a new word here. We have transmedia, okay? What is now transmedia? These are some examples, no? But what are these? When the story is told using a combination of different media. Okay, combination of different media platforms and formats like book, comics, ayan na, magazine, film, web series, and video games. Okay, and they're all working as a part of story. Another example of a transmedia, we have an anti-smoking campaign. Okay, for example, anti-smoking campaign. How do we disseminate it? We can disseminate it using a performance on stage, followed by a video, okay, which can be uploaded online. No? Combination yan. Also, a recorded material to be aired over the radio. So, it's a visual video and then meron ng radio transmission or online transmission, online showing, di ba? Poster then and slogan, it can be disseminated, okay? It just depends on your, let's say, audience, diba? It can be in school if your audience are students, and it can be in community. We have reason, different types of presentation pa itong slide na ito, ma'am. This is different types of multimedia text. When did you send this message? Sorry, let me check. Here, you mean this one. This one? This is different reason. Okay. Different ways on how you disseminate multimedia text. Okay. So it can be digital, it can be live, it can be transmedia, combination of both, of different modes. Okay, sorry. So once again, yeah, this multimodal text, now there are materials presented using different modes and media. Now I've mentioned about mode. We have here an important word. What is mode? Can you help me read this, Peter?
Mode refers to any of the communication system which helps us interpret meanings like sound, graphic material, and colors, and spoken or written language.
All right, so we have there sounds audio, graphic is visual, and spoken or written is linguistic. Okay, it involves basically speaking, We have listening, we have reading, writing, and viewing. Okay, that's just it. Anything that is related to audio because you listen to it, right? Visual because you read it, you view it, and then spoken or written. Spoken is yeah speaking, and also writing. So speaking, listening, reading, writing, and viewing. Okay, yun yung communication system. We have now the media. This is now the manner of dissemination use. Self-explanatory, basically how you disseminate the message. Internet, radio, magazines, television, newspaper, and so on. Okay. At this point, we will be learning now how to create an effective multimodal advocacy campaign, right? So, because you will be doing it, you with your together with your group, okay? You will be learning how to do it. That's why this is really important. This is your final project. No? This is
Same
your
groupings po ba?
same groupings, yes. Unless you wanted to change, no, or you think it's not working out and mag-isa mo lang talagang nag-work, then I could just move you to another group and then these people will just get zero, diba? Or will have to just work on their own if they're able to come up with the final project. Okay? So the manner by which you will create your multimodal text, it depends largely on how you will effectively and creatively convey your message, no? Through the various modes that we have mentioned, right? So we have here, but first you have to remember, okay? Combination of modes which you may opt to use, no, greatly depends on the purpose, subject matter, audience, mode, or media of presentation. Okay. I think purpose, we already know that it's really important, no? When you're communicating, it has to have a purpose, no? Is it to inform, to inspire, to persuade? That's the purpose. Subject matter is, of course, the actual text that you would compose, the message, okay? The message. And then audience, who will be your audience? Fellow students, parents, teachers, your community. So you have to also define that. And then your mode is it a video, live, presentation, or poster? But no, for your case, I will be requiring you to make a video. It's going to be a video. It's not going to be a live presentation because we're not able to meet. Poster, also not so, because if I give you for poster, you also have to meet, right? No? For poster, unless isa lang yung magpapakahirap to make the poster. So parang there's not gonna be an equal distribution of work. That's why we are having video. So therefore, so that you have your script writer, researcher, the one who will speak, or that everyone or every one of you will be talking, no? The one who will create the slides, no? So yeah, that's why we have a video. Your mode will be a video. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. What else? Um there I will be attaching then yung I think I will need a new page for that. Hold on. I will show it here. This is hold on, guys. I'm gonna check where is that, and I think I may have put it already in your modules. How to create multimodal text. Did I? No. Okay. So it would be here, no? It's already published. Yeah, I believe. Okay, there. So multimodal text. Oh, this is basically yung definition. Notes, some notes. Okay, creating multimodal material. Okay, purpose, subject matter, audience. You've discussed that already. And then creating an eye-catching and effective poster. You don't need that. You won't need that because you're not going to do a poster, but you can just go over it, go through this part just in case you need to make a poster in your other subjects. No, it would be additional knowledge. Okay, so we have here, there, simple video production guide. So please read on it later, no? Begin with your ultimate objective of your video content. Okay, dapat at the beginning, at the very beginning, the message or the purpose is clear. Now you are creating a campaign for anti-smoking or video gaming addiction, something like that, no? Okay. Research audience, I already said that. No, you have to know and understand your audience, demographics, decide on your message, core message. Please read through it. Write a video production brief. This is the one that you are going to do for this week and you have to submit next week. Okay. Before you start with your pre-production, you need to make your video production brief. This will give a all right. So yeah, as I was saying, you need to make a video production brief. This is a guide, no? This will guide you in the whole production process to ensure that everything is in place. Okay, what is this video production brief? This includes your video objectives, your target audience, what do you want your audience to feel, think, and do, your video's core message, and your deadline. You can just put here, let's say, some dates, and then you intend to do script writing, and then the next, some dates for shooting, some dates for editing. It's like a schedule, no, on how you would um do it, no, organize your schedule so that you meet the deadline. Okay, pre-production, these are now some of the guides. Now you can read through it on your own. You have develop creative approach, write a script. Your script should be natural, engaging, and emotive, interesting to your audience, easy to understand. Of course, if you know your audience, then you have to make a message understandable for them. Okay, not using difficult words. Okay, short but concise, convey your core message as well. You don't need to make a storyboard, but yeah, this is one of the pre-production process. Create a storyboard. Okay, right, plan and schedule to shoot, there you go. But again, I would like to see this dun sa production brief. Okay, during production, of course, you're shooting already. Post-production, you're editing the video content. Okay. And then add graphics, special effects, mix music and soundtrack, record voice over. Yep, you can also create other multimodal text using smartphones. Okay, we have some apps here, but this one we won't dwell further. These are just some guidelines. Yeah. Okay. What else? Let me check what else is here in your modules. How to make multimodal. You can also check other parts of your module. Number 7, there is how to make multimodal campaign there or presentation. It's a video, no? You can just watch it together with your group. Usually you can have some speakers and then information on the back, like parang naka green screen kayo, like that, no? So this one you can watch it. And then may isa pa. Okay? This one is a website page. So please check that. Do check that as well. Okay? So yeah, that's all. Any questions so far?
None, ma'am.
Okay. No questions.